Zombieland Saga is a show that tends to flip a lot of typical idol animes on their heads. The show follows a group of girls who are brought back to life as zombies from throughout the last century in order to form an idol group and revitalize business and population in the Saga Prefecture of Japan, which, yes, I know sounds completely bizarre, but stay with me here. The entire series is the theme of discovering what we leave behind when we die, which is very somber but also has a lot of comedy tucked in order to lighten things up. The group of zombie girls going under the name Franshushu include Sakura Minamoto, a seemingly ordinary schoolgirl from the 2000s, Saki Nakaido, the former leader of a biker gang from the late 90s, Ai Mizuno, an idol from the late 2000s suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, Junko Kono, another idol, but from the much more private world of the 1980s, Yugiri, a sex worker from the 1880s, Tai Yamada, a mysterious girl we literally know nothing about, and most relevant to this conversation, Lily Hoshikawa, a child star from the late 2000s who also happens to be a transgender girl. Lily is a very special character for a lot of people in the community, myself included. While obviously not every member, a lot of trans people tend to immerse themselves in anime, the internet, and video games as an escape from reality and their dysphoria. Idol animes, or anime focusing on girl bands, particularly tend to be some of these, and there's never been a mainstream anime in the genre before that featured a trans idol. So Lily allowed a lot of people to see themselves in what they watch for the very first time. For many, she represents love, respect, and protection, and a character that has that much impact cannot be understated. The first real hint we have of Lily's gender identity takes place in episode 4, though it's pretty small. The girls have been booked to play for a company doing a retreat in the hot springs, and immediately everyone is extremely excited about the possibility of getting to relax. Everyone but Lily, who is off in the corner, scared out of her mind as she's yet to come out to the rest of the girls. It's not until episode 8 that most of Lily's story kicks off. At the beginning of episode 8, a gigantic man is spotted at the girls' show, and during the meet and greet, he tries to put his hands on Lily's shoulders. This prompts Saki to kick him in the face in order to protect Lily, but eventually leads to the discovery that this man is Lily's father. When they get back to their home, Lily explains her backstory to Sakura. Every time her dad calls her in the story, however, he refers to her by the name Masayo.
ちょっといろいろわからんとけど、途中からたくさん出てきたマサオって誰？リリーが捨てた名前。
Lily had been a child star, but had started presenting as a girl much before this of her own accord. The flashbacks with her father show she had come out as a girl somewhere between her mother dying when she was very young and the start of her career. As the years go on, her father became increasingly more focused on her career, and Lily started to fall by the wayside until her father was straight up calling her Masayo again, which literally translates to righteous man, ironically enough. At one point, after she begins having a dysphoric breakdown because a leg hair had accidentally shown up on camera during her shoot, she has a major fight with her father and locks herself in her room. She makes a statement that she never wants to grow up because growing up would turn her into a man like her father. She looks at herself in the mirror, insisting she would never grow up. She notices that there is a hair growing from her face.
昨日のお弁当のひじき？
マサオ、開けるぞ。マサオ、マサオ。
The mental shock of the beginning of puberty is way too strong for her, and Lily ends up dying of cardiac arrest as a result of her dysphoria. This is why her heart sometimes pops out of her body as a zombie. In the present day, the girls are surprised, and Saki teases her about her dead name. Not because Lily had been assigned male at birth, but because her dead name did not fit in the slightest with who she was. Lily asserts herself, telling the band members and their manager that she is in fact a girl, and nothing will ever change that.
これからだっ ってリリーはリリーのままゾンビは成長しないんだもん。もう怖いもんなしだよ。もうマサオじゃないもん、リリーだもん。
In the end, the girls just accept Lily as Lily, because it's clear to them that that's who she is. It's just as simple as that for them, and so what if she's trans? Saki goes even further, turning around dramatically to defend Lily, and confirming once and for all, yes, Lily is a valid girl.
いいじゃねえか。ついてようがついてなかろうが。
While the episode focuses on her, half of it is still devoted to her relationship with her father, who she can no longer see because she's a zombie. When Lily died, her remaining piece left in the world was a broken father who had lost everything because of the exploitive nature of the entertainment industry, distracting him from his daughter, the only living family member he had left. When Lily left the world of the living, she left behind hurt and loss, because Lily as a character represents love and acceptance. Everything about this girl, from her trans identity to her relationship with her grief-ridden father, is pure and advocates for love and acceptance of everyone. Lily is such an important character because she's the perfect example of how to make a trans character without making that the entire character. While her identity does contribute to who she is, it's a building block that is used as the foundation for everything she learns going forward. She's a three-dimensional character who uses her trans identity to benefit her message of love. She's much smaller than the other girls and sticks out the most in the lineup, but she's still one of them, and she's not going to let anyone tell her different because she loves herself. It's also worth noting that with so many people identifying with the character, Lily ended up breaking the mainstream British politics for a bit. It started on Twitter, where this image started making the rounds as a joking way to defend trans people who were being harassed on the platform. For the uninitiated, a TERF is a trans-exclusionary radical feminist, and this group of people believe that trans women are just trying to invade bathrooms, trans men are confused girls trying to gain more privilege, and non-binary people simply do not exist. And in hearing about the treatment of women on Twitter, one politician from the British Parliament ended up trying to use a picture of Lily as a way to slip under the bar and confirm that TERF was a slur, which it is not, in order to get protection for her harassment of trans people. The appearance of this little anime girl in the British Parliament, however, only ended up spreading Lily's character and message of love. This caused the character to enter a positive feedback loop where she became more and more loved online, despite the group of people who continually found the social media of trans people to continually harass them. While posting the original picture today will unjustly get your account instantly banned, Lily's legacy on Twitter lives on. Lily's depiction in Zombieland Saga is one of the best and most realistic I've ever seen of any trans character, and she's not even half of what the show manages to accomplish, as it also deals with very sensitive subjects such as the dangers of sex work, post-traumatic stress disorder, and the effects of a patriarchal society in Japan. It presents these issues in a very real way, and even beyond LGBTQ+ representation, the show is unparalleled in its representation by any similar works.